Hi everyone, welcome to our very first video on the TikTok Square channel. Today we are diving into something super exciting. We are putting ChatGPT Plus from OpenAI and Gemini Advanced from Google head to head in an Excel challenge. We've lined up 5 practical Excel tasks ranging from easy peasy to some serious VBA magic to see which AI comes out on the top. If you are curious about how these AI tools perform in the world of spreadsheets, you are in the right place. And hey, since this is our first video, why not hit the subscribe button to stay on top of all things tech with us. Let's get started and see who is going to win the battle. Ready? Let's go.
TikTok Square, where tech meets business.
I tried to combine a list of 5 examples to work on, so it will depend solely on the responses from ChatGPT and Gemini and see which one is going to perform better. So I want to track the highest number in a cell. So I've brought this example from Reddit. So the example says that suppose in D9 I have a number that changes daily, goes up and down. I want to track the highest number that cell has had and put that in D11. For example, if D9 is 100, D11 will be 100. If D9 changes to 90, D11 will stay 100. If D9 changes to 110, D9 goes to 110. What formula would go into D11? So basically, this user is trying to track the highest number reached from this cell. So what am I going to do is firstly I'm going to head to ChatGPT and I'll give it some context. So I copied some context for the model to work effectively. I said I have some tasks to do in Excel and I want you to help me do them effectively. I'll be sending you each problem separately and you try to give me a solution for that for each problem. So now ChatGPT is trying to answer. Of course, I'd be happy to help you with your Excel tasks. Now I'm going to copy the first task to do in Excel into ChatGPT and see the response of ChatGPT. So I'm using right now ChatGPT 4 with Gemini Plus. So both these models are premium. So let's see which one is going to perform better. So now ChatGPT has responded, and so now I'm going to head back to Files, Options, Formula. Maximum iteration is going to be maximum iteration to 1 or a low number. Okay, I'm going to select 1 for maximum iteration. Maximum change to a small number. The default is usually fine. Okay, I'm going to leave it as it is. Now I'm going to the setup in cell D11 enter the formula max D11 D9 D11. Okay, now when D9 changes, Excel recalculates D11. So basically Excel is going to remember the highest value ever given in for its use. So now I'm going to change the number to 90. So basically the number stayed 100. Then I'm going to change the number to 110. So as you can see that the number changed to 110. Again, when I change the number to a lower number, it's not going to change here in the second example. So basically ChatGPT handled the task effectively and gave me an easy method to deal with this problem. So now let's try to use the same method with Gemini. So as we've done previously, I'm going to bring the context and then paste it here. Then I'm going to give it my prompt. Suppose in D9 I have a number, so then the request is going to be pasted here. So before pasting the request, so Gemini is telling me to be specific, share samples, do step-by-step instructions, etc. So now I'm going to paste my prompt and see what's going to happen with Gemini. So as you can see, basically Gemini gave me the same method that ChatGPT has given, but there is a crucial step to do, which is to enable the iterative calculation, which allows Excel to remember the latest stored value in the cell. So without enabling this option, this function won't work correctly, and it's going to give me a wrong number. So basically, in this example, ChatGPT is the winner here. Great. So now let's head to the second example. I found this example on Reddit. So the Reddit user is trying to display three solid colors. For example, C is the budget, column D is what I spent. I need the spent amount to be red once it's under 35% left. Yellow if it's between 36 and 15%, and green when 51 to 100% is left. I know how to do the color scale, but can't for the life of me figure out how to do solid color. So basically it's trying to do a conditional formatting, which is what we call it in Excel. I've added this line so that the model will understand the request better. I said that I have several expenditure types. The table starts from row 7 and ends in row 10. So as you can see here, the table starts row 7 and ends in row 10, so that all the expenditures in this table are going to be taken into consideration. So now let's copy the prompt into ChatGPT first, as usual. So basically ChatGPT is responding, so is referring to using the conditional formatting. So the first step is to select the range for conditional formatting. Select the cells in column D from D7 to D10. This is where the formatting will apply based on the conditions you've specified. So basically, I'm going to select from D7 to D10, then head back to ChatGPT, open conditional formatting, go to Home tab on the Excel ribbon, click on the conditional formatting, hover over New Rule. So we will do as we were instructed. So I'm going to select I've already selected all the relevant cells. In the Home tab, I'm going to head to conditional formatting, and then I'm going to start a new rule. So this rule, I've launched a new rule. Now enter formula and set formats for red under 35 left. Use the formula. So I'm going to use this formula as it's shown. A red fill and click OK. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to Excel, and then I'm going to select use a formula to determine which cell to format. I'm going to paste the formula. Then I'm going to click format fill with red. I'm going to click OK. So I think the formula started working. So I'm going to do a percentage formula here to see whether the formula is working correctly or not. So now I've made a formula to calculate the percentage that was spent in each cell. So basically I'm going to continue using the formula. So now I'm going to head and set a new rule for the 50% for yellow, 36 to 50% left. I'm going to add this. So basically all this is a formula. I'm going to copy all this formula and paste it. I'm going to use it directly in Excel and see how it's going to handle it. Going to click OK. Okay, so when it's 15%, so the formula is working correctly. So now I'm going to add the last rule, use formula, and then I'm going to copy and paste it here. So basically it's saying when it's more or equal to 15%, the fill is going to be green. I don't have less than 15%, so I'm going to change this number. So as you can see now, I've made a conditional formatting so that in this column, whenever I surpass the budget by 15%, it's going to turn yellow, and then when it's more than 75%, it's going to turn red. So as you can see that ChatGPT once again handled the problem accurately. So now we are going to copy again the request, the prompt, and then we are going to paste it here, and we will see what's gonna happen. So basically, I tried to perform many times what Gemini Advanced has given me as instructions. It was impossible to perform, and the instructions were not correct. So basically, again, in this example, ChatGPT 4 is the winner. Okay, great. So now let's head to the third example. So the user in this Reddit post wants to extract the date so that he can remove CT from all the data in this table. So the request is clear, and he mentioned that he doesn't want to do it 1,000 times, which will basically take him an eternity to finish. So this is the prompt. I just added that the data starts from B6 and ends in B12, so that the prompt will be exact, and it will give the result I want exactly. Now let's paste the request into Gemini and see what's gonna happen. So Gemini suggested that we create a helper column. We insert a new column, let's say column C, to the right of your end time column. Formula in C6. Enter the following formula and drag it down to C12. So let's do as we were told. So basically, if I understood correctly, so I need to paste the formula here. Then I'm going to hit enter. So now I have the timestamp without the CT at the end. Now let's double click here, and now we have the timestamp without CT at the end. So Gemini has handled the request very accurately. Let's see what he wants to do. He suggested that we calculate the elapsed time, and then we add additional consideration. So basically, he is trying to convert this type of text into a date format so that we can use it later in Excel, which is not what we want to do. So basically we will finish here, and Gemini has handled the task, as we said, very accurate. Let's remove this and head back to ChatGPT and paste the same request. Let's copy and paste the request again. So he's saying that yes, you can automate the removal of the CT or any text, so from your timestamp, and then calculate the elapsed time without manually editing each entry. So basically he's giving me the same formula. I don't know why they are suggesting that so basically the same formula with the trim. So this basically removes the extra spaces that are not needed, and the substitute formula will remove the CT. So we can say that ChatGPT is more accurate, but basically it's the same result, but ChatGPT is better in this way. I just want to check again the request, so I understand why I need to find the elapsed time between the start and the end of kids taking a test. The program showed start and end time, but it puts CT central time at the end, which means I can just use a formula to calculate the difference. So the request of the user is just to remove CT automatically, but when the user mentioned that he wants to calculate the elapsed time, he is elaborating more and giving ways to calculate the elapsed time, which is very accurate. So basically ChatGPT and Gemini are giving more than what the users want from them, and this is going to check for both ChatGPT and Gemini. Great. So now let's head to the fourth example. This example is very interesting because this example is going to test the ability of both models, ChatGPT and Gemini, on recognizing the text within an image. So basically this is a capture, and the request is within the capture. So the user he's saying that he wants to convert this table from this format to this format. So basically all the columns all the columns are going to be converted into rows. So for those who know Excel, this can be achieved using Power Query or the data model. Both these can achieve this result. I'm just curious to know how is Gemini and ChatGPT are going to handle this request. I want to highlight that ChatGPT is having some trouble with its OCR system these days. I hope that this request is going to be fulfilled correctly. I copied the picture and then I pasted it. I'm going to add a helper text. So I'm going to say, please respond to the request given in the image, in the capture. Let's cross finger and hope that this functionality is going to work. So basically, we need to select the range and open Power Query. Go to data, click on from table range to open the data. If your data isn't already formatted as a table, Excel will prompt you to create a table. Great. So now ChatGPT is suggesting that we go and select the table, go to the data tab, let's select from table and range. Basically, this is going to take some time. As ChatGPT mentioned, he is referring to us creating this as a table. So I'm going to hit OK. We are going to wait a little bit. Now we have the Power Query editor. Now let's see how we can pursue this task. Also, in the Power Query editor, select the columns that you want to transform from crosstab format to a flat list. In your case, you would select the columns from tablet, mobile, and computer under each month. Right-click on one of the selected columns and choose Pivot color. Great. Let's head back to Excel. I'm going to select as it was mentioned here. So basically, I'm going to select these three columns, and then I'm going to head to Pivot. Where is Pivot? Transform Pivot columns, and then I have the attribute. I guess I should select all the columns. Going to head to adjust the unpivoted columns. After unpivoting, you'll have columns with headers like attribute and value. You can rename these to something more descriptive. Okay, let's head back. Let's clear this step. I think it should select all the headers, and then I'm going to click by the right, and then I'm going to click unpivot columns. So basically, I think this is going to be messy here. The request is as I mentioned, but the way ChatGPT described the steps on how to pursue this problem are not very clear. Let's try this using Gemini. I'm going to copy the picture again. Then I'm going to head to Gemini. The same thing. Please respond to this request. Submit. Let's hope that the instructions from Gemini are going to be clearer than the ones from ChatGPT. So Gemini is saying that I can't access or process images directly, but I can help you if you describe the problem you are having with the table in the image and what you would like to achieve. For instance, you could tell me what kind of data is in the table. Example, the more details you provide, the better I can assist you in transforming your table. So basically, the Gemini hasn't had a way to resolve this problem. So basically, the right way to do it is by using Power Query, but as you can see, the instructions are not very easy to understand. So I guess ChatGPT has won in this partially, but my request hasn't been fulfilled since it's not very clear how to use Power Query to resolve this issue. So both parties are maybe losers for this example. So basically, this example will teach us that we can't rely 100% on ChatGPT or other tools to perform our daily tasks. We really need to have basic understanding or some good understanding of the tool before asking ChatGPT to perform the task, or we will have trouble performing the instructions we were given by ChatGPT or Gemini. So in this example, in the last example, in the fifth example, this example is going to be straightforward. Let's say, for example, this is a report. I've downloaded this picture from the internet. Let's say this is a report that I have to convert or export into PDF and then send it via email. I want to automate this operation, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do this and Gemini and see what the result is going to happen. So basically, this is going to be advanced a little bit, since we will use the VBA in order to automate tasks within Excel. So let's see how ChatGPT is going to handle this operation. So basically, this is my request. Create a button that will export an Excel sheet into PDF format and send it directly via email. The sheet starts from cell B1 and ends in cell G17. Let's copy the request and then let's paste it here and just wait for the response. As I've mentioned earlier, this task needs VBA to be to work. So we will follow the steps and try to perform the task using only the help of ChatGPT. So basically, the first step is for us to activate the developer tab, and then I have the developer tab already activated, but you can follow the steps to activate it. So you need to go to the file and then option and then customize ribbon, then activate, check on developer to activate the developer tab. So now that we have the developer tab already activated, we are going to head back to ChatGPT and then we are going to click insert under form controls, choose button. Okay, insert. Okay, form control. Let's choose, but basically this is a button. We are going to create the button. So now I don't understand what's happening. Let's head back to ChatGPT, form control, choose button, draw the button on the worksheet as I did earlier. After drawing the button, Excel will prompt you to assign a macro. Click new to open the VBA editor. Great. So now let's click on new. It's doing something here. Okay. So now let's head back to ChatGPT. Assign a macro after drawing. Write the VBA code in the VBA editor that opens. Enter the following code template. Okay, let's copy the code, then let's paste it on ChatGPT on the VBA editor. So basically, if you don't have VBA, if you don't use VBA, you will find that the background is going to be white. The color of the text is not like the one is shown here. Since I use VBA a lot, I've customized it so that it's going to be better for me. Now I'm going to paste the code. So basically, this should work. Okay, let's head back to ChatGPT and please now, this macro uses Outlook to send the email. Outlook must be installed and configured on the computer running this macro. The macro temporarily saves the PDF to the desktop. You can change the file path variable to a different location if needed. Replace sheet 1 with the actual name of your worksheet. Change the .to .cc, .pcc, .subject and .body fields to your desired value. Display method shows the email before sending for review. If you want to send it automatically, replace .display with Okay, so now I need to change the file path variable. I don't know how this is configured. User.profile and desktop exported sheet.pdf. I'm going to leave this this one like this. This workbook.sheets. I'm going to change the name of the sheet. Okay, so it's 05. And then I can leave these options empty. Recipients, change to the recipient's email. CC or leave empty, BCC or leave empty. Subject here, change the subject. The body of your email goes here. Great. So now I'm going to change the body so that it's going to be, let's say for example, this is the final report. I really need to put a greeting here. Let's say for example, hello sir. Now let's try to see if this works or not. So basically, when I click here, it should work. Cannot run the macro test. The macro may not be available in the worksheet, or all macros may be disabled. So what I've missed here is assigning the macro. So I'm going to assign the macro to export and email PDF, and then I'm going to hit OK. So basically now this should work. Basically saving it into a PDF format. I really don't know if I have Outlook or installed or not. So yeah, here we go. So basically I have my report here and I have all the things ready. I should have changed all the details so that this is going to be easier. So as you can see, I've developed a VBA code that can send a direct email. So now I can change all the required informations here, and then send the email directly via Outlook. So basically, ChatGPT has handled the task perfectly. Before moving on to Gemini, let's check the file and see if it's working or not. Yeah, basically that's exactly what I want. The PDF is correct and everything is correct. So ChatGPT has handled the request very accurately. Now let's try to do the same thing with Gemini. So let's copy the request again, and then let's paste it on Gemini directly and see what's gonna happen. So basically he's telling us to enable the developer tab since he needs Excel VBA to perform this task. We already done this, so we are going to skip this. So now he is telling us to add a button, which are the same steps from the before, and then here is the VBA code he is trying to give us, and then we need to change the as previously, we need to change these components so that the code is going to work correctly. So now I'm going to copy the code and then paste it directly into VBA since we already know the steps. Let's head back to Excel and add a new button, or let's add a form directly. Let's add a shape and then assign a macro to this shape. So basically this is the VBA Gemini has created, and then we are going to run the VBA code again. Okay, there is another issue here. Go PDF file time, make sure that the path is correct. So I need to do something. Recipient, make sure that the path is correct. Which path is he referring to? I didn't understand the problem here, so basically I'm going to go back to Gemini and see what's the problem. Actually, receiving assume that our path may need to the full path. Example, unless the PDF is saved in the same folder as the Excel file. How can I know where the PDF is saved? Actually, I don't know where the PDF is saved, so this is not helping me in anyways. So let's say that we are having trouble with the code, and let's try run it again and see what's the error. Cannot find the runtime error. Cannot find the file I've written cannot correctly. Incorrect file path and or file name. Double check, make sure your file actually matches the exact name you gave the PDF file and it was generated. Typos are easily to make. Full path. For extra certainty, provide the full path in the attachment.add line of code. Okay, how would I know that the path is... I'm confused right now. So basically, Excel needs to generate this code needs to generate the PDF and then send it to via Outlook, and Gemini is suggesting that I should give the full path. Which full path? I don't really understand. I don't have time to troubleshoot this error, so basically it's some type of code to rectify to make it run smoothly. So I guess that in this case we will give ChatGPT 1 point and Gemini we need to give it 0. So as you can see from these 5 examples, most of these examples, or let's say all the examples, were handled effectively by ChatGPT, but Gemini has struggled with some examples, and some examples have been done correctly. So yeah, basically ChatGPT 4 is better than
Gemini in handling Excel files.
And there you have it, folks. We have reached the end of this video about AI versus AI Excel challenge. ChatGPT Plus and Gemini Advanced have both shown what they are capable of, from the basic tasks to the VBA scripting. Whether you are Team OpenAI or Team Google, one thing is clear. The future of Excel is looking incredibly exciting with these tools at our disposal. If you found this video helpful and enjoyed our AI showdown, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to TikTok Square for more tech insights. Have thoughts on today's challenge or suggestions for future videos? Drop us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Keep excelling and exploring with us.